going on, everyone? Sending some stuff out real quick. Live stream. One moment here. I'll give you a picture to look at. Oops. Where the hell is my camera? Oh, there we are. Panicked there for a second. Didn't see the camera. I thought that the camera took a shit, to be honest with you. Try to flip over the Mix and Match challenge here real quick if I can find it on the Facebook. Smackdown was not a solid show, unlike last night, man. Not a solid show by any means. Got really bored watching, to be quite honest with you. But, you know, kind of got raw that little slump, the whole boring thing. I hope we got the Smackdown here too.
At Evolution, it's definitely going to be difficult, but tonight is all about spirit of competition, and this Team Health really needs this victory tonight. I know that Natalia and Bailey are so looking forward to this Sunday at WWE Evolution, but right now we're talking about here and now the Mixed Match Challenge.
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the historic importance of what's going to happen at the announce table.
Yes.
Monday night, Renee Young, Beth Phoenix going to be a part of the commentary team.
With Michael Cole.
And Evolution, of course, streaming live on the WWE Network. As Natalia is controlling Bailey, and this really is, we talked about it, a must-win for Team Pause moving forward in this Mixed Match Challenge. Natalia,
I really haven't been following this Mixed Match Challenge, to be honest. I didn't really follow the last one either. I don't know who the hell's winning. I don't know who the hell's going to be honest with you. Just turned on because the only WWE thing is currently live right now. And if you guys are watching, sorry, I was looking at 9:30. I had some stuff come up today. Today's been a crazy ass day, so just kind of lost track of time, and you know, just life got in the way.
We'll play a little bit of a chess match early on, a little feeling out process between these two. There's the former United States champion cheering on his partner.
You know, they're almost portraying Bailey and Finn Balor like as if they're a couple, if that makes sense. That's kind of the vibe I got getting, I guess. You know, people could highly disagree with me, go ahead, but that's just the vibe I got here.
Shoulders down, and another near fall. Nothing friendly about that. And the concern, Renee, is that Bailey and Natalia don't get too carried away tonight. With Evolution coming, 5 nights.
Especially if you're going up against the Riot Squad.
Natalia was looking for the sharpshooter, Bailey able to counter. You certainly don't have any cracks in the armor if you're going up against the Riot Squad.
Certainly not. But you know, between Natalia, Bailey, Sasha Banks, all those women care about is sports entertainment. They're going to shine this Sunday at Evolution.
Well, what is on the mind of Natalia? Oh, a tag was made.
He don't dive.
Shoulders down, and Root kicks out. It's been the legal man, but tagged into the match. Spent a lot of the evening, Renee, coming up with this one liner.
That was actually right off the top of my head.
Nice drop kick by Balor right to the face of Bobby Roode. And Balor feeds off the energy of the WWE Universe, much like his tag team partner Bayley. These two superstars work so well together. They've not hit just here on Mixed Match Challenge, but also on Monday Night Raw. A blockbuster by Roode. Will that be enough to put Balor away? And Balor kicks out at 2.
Now, both Finn Balor and Bayley are dying to be back in that championship picture situation, so any victory on any stage is going to surmount that opportunity for them.
Finn Balor, of course, the first ever Universal Champion. And then you see Jimmy Uso, his wife Naomi.
There's another match? I didn't know that. They're only doing one match, like, per show. Like, shows how much I've been paying attention.
They take on the defending champions of Mixed Match Challenge, Team Asuka, Miz, and Asuka. All right, now Finn Balor battling it out with Bobby Roode.
Below.
Where did I say?
The day one inch. That wasn't.
Oh, sorry. I got it right earlier. All right, now Team Pause looking for their first victory, but Sling Blade by Balor.
How many people
I cannot believe that you're challenging
watch Smackdown roughly a week? Does anyone know, like, the stats of that? Is it still, like, 2 million? Think about how many people. There are 32.5 thousand people watching the Mix and Match Challenge here, and not even, like, that's not even a quarter of 2 million. So not even a quarter of that audience who left the main show watch the Mix and Match Challenge. I don't know if, I mean, I get it for, they're doing it for TV sake, I guess, for just more content, kind of filling that third hour, like, you know, kind of Raw does, but I just don't see a point in the Mix Max challenge. I'm not against it. I just personally don't see a point here.
Both women take themselves out. Roode rolls up Balor. Balor kicks out at 2. And a spine buster by Roode to knock off BB. And Team Pause was so close to their first victory.
Who are y'all voting for here?
He really thought he had the bag there.
This is the second opportunity for the newly formed Team Pause to work together. They are working much better than the first time, Renee.
Team Pause, are you kidding me?
Natalia's been struggling with her.
It's like Bobby Roode had no say. It's like Natty's the controlling girlfriend said, we're Team Pause, or I'm gonna rip your head off. And Bob would just be like, okay.
Roode could be looking for the coup de grace. Trying to steal one out of Finn Balor's book. Balor is such an Roode off
Is
target.
Michael Cole talking?
Drop kick right to the chest.
I don't pay attention really much to the commentators anymore.
To the top.
The OG.
Down into Roode. Balor into the cover. B&B victorious.
Nah, it's not Michael Cole. Thought I heard his annoying ass voice.
That victory there keeps Team B&B in the hunt in the Raw division.
Bad situation for Team Pause now. They're in the deficit.
Team fucking Pause. Come on, man. Blah.
Big celebration here tonight for Team B&B.
Now I get people in here on my stream. I wish. Now more people are starting to show up to watch this thing on Facebook. Jesus. If he would have lifted up Bobby Roode's leg more, his dick would have popped out of his tights. I swear to God. I hope that they never show that angle of that replay ever again. I swear to God, man. Bulging out almost. God damn.
Without question, I want to go celebrate with them now. I mean, the WWE Universe is feeling this victory
Oh, that's
tonight.
Michael Cole.
And we're going to take a look right now at the standings for the Raw side of things. And I want to point out the leading team here. 2-0 Monster Oscar Eclipse along with Country Dominance. But again, that victory by B&B put him in the hunt. It puts him right up there in terms of at least 2 wins. But you take a look to the bottom and Team Pause. It's been a tough go for Italian. 2 partners in this tournament, but now Team Pause 0-3. It's an uphill climb now for that duo. And next week here on Mixed Match Challenge.
Yeah, man, Smackdown wasn't a good show. It was not a good show at all. Didn't I zoned out a lot of it, man. Shitty ass, pretty shitty ass show to go home with for a first ever women's pay-per-view. I would think. Yeah, you think it's something a little more exciting for a go home show, but.
Mahalisha. Next week you're going to need more than the Singh brothers to help you get to Monster Eclipse.
Because all you are gonna get these hands.
So what is Team Mahalisha?
I think it'd be cool if Ember Moon and Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt kind of go to like did a Wyatt family thing. You know, at one point, weren't people thinking that Ember Moon was going to be Sister Abigail? I thought that for a little bit, man. Was it her or was it Nikki Cross? I think they both would kick ass. I think actually, if I had to pick between those 2 girls, Nikki Cross or Ember Moon to be Sister Abigail, probably Nikki, man. She creeps me the fuck out. But I love her. She's awesome.
I talked to the Singh brothers' grandfather, Ranjan Singh, earlier today. He told me that Team Mahalisha is ready for next week's match.
I'm glad that he's staying in on everything.
The following is a Smackdown Live division match in the Mixed Match Challenge. And there is Asuka.
We already saw her entrance once tonight, so it's not as special.
Empress of Tomorrow.
And Renee, she, of course, the winner of the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match earlier this year, looks to win the Evolution.
Why isn't Maurice wrestling in this? I know she had a kid, but she wrestled once, didn't she? After the kid? I mean, I guess someone has to watch the kid, but I say kid, it's a baby. Someone has to watch the baby, you know? I guess that's be her.
They are the defending Mixed Match Challenge champions.
I mean, she doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Don't know, man.
This did show that he has a little issue with Rey Mysterio, a huge loss earlier tonight. Certainly does losing Rey Mysterio, as you mentioned, but Cole, Team Asuka has never lost in Mixed Match Challenge history. They aren't just unbeatable, they have never been beaten. Can that continue tonight? And if it does, Renee, it will be a huge victory for Day One Glow.
I hope that they get it done. It's time to put Team Asuka in the place. I mean, how long can this streak stay alive?
I bet you'll stay alive the whole damn way, to be honest with you.
We'll be in action next week. Ramesh and Rusev Day are chatting along with the WWE Universe as we speak about Mixed Match Challenge.
That's just foolish.
Miz is the coolest.
That's not true.
Of course, Miz part of the World Cup to determine the best in the world with 7 other superstars at Crown Jewel.
He's been a busy man lately, too. All over the place, that guy.
Rusev in the comment section calls Miz a showboat.
Hey, he is. All he wants is the spotlight. He just wants a little bit of the glory that Asuka brings to the team. She's the real winner here.
Lana says the sunglasses, though, are very cheap.
That's true. Yeah, round sunglasses are right.
They're married, right?
I told you guys that I beat Naomi in a dance contest once.
I don't think you've ever told that. How's your quad?
Excellent.
Real throat of stare there, Cole.
Feel the glow.
Uso and his brother Jay with a big win on Smackdown a little bit ago against AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan in tag team action. Jimmy mentioned on the pre-show, myself and Caleb Braxton, that he was using that victory to carry in the momentum into tonight's match between he and his wife as they continue to try to prove that they're the best husband and wife duo here on Mixed Match Channel. I think the Rusev and Lana would have something to say about that. Hey, Rusev, by the way, just commented in the comment section, and I applaud him, that Michael Cole is a great dancer, much better than Naomi.
What does Rusev know about that?
Well, he is married to Lana, who's a pretty good dancer in her own right.
Doesn't give him any credit.
Yeah,
Lana said it, I buy it.
he just did the Fortnite dance. It was like that shit. I can't dance worth shit, obviously, but you know, I play Fortnite quite a bit. I haven't played this season yet, to be honest with you. I've been too busy. I've played every season. I think I played season 2. I think I just missed 2. I played 3 and 4, and then I think this is the 5th one. I haven't played that one yet, man. But anyways, that Fortnite dance is just all over the place. Just all over the place. And half the people don't know where the hell it's from. They just think it's like a random dance one made up, but it's from a video game. Unless I'm wrong, and that dance was something else, and they put it in Fortnite.
I would like to say something here. That I just noticed this as a journalist of the team here, that earlier today, Naomi had her hair dyed to match Austin. She has since changed it for this matchup. So clearly they are not going to be on the same page here tonight.
Why, Renee? Why do Ryan want to know? What do you know about the relationship between the two, Renee?
I know that they've teamed
Not much is going on here, so let's dive into Smackdown real quick, I guess, you know.
friendship is the synergy that they found, but tonight they got to face each other.
Well, they face each other tonight, and also
Yeah, man, Smackdown wasn't very good at all. Not at all. Show started off with the New Day doing a typical promos, and then Bar comes out with Big Show, and then, of course, Big Show, I think, choke slams, who was it? Xavier Woods or Kofi at least like 3 times, and they won that match. Not much really happened there. Obviously, that's going to go into some sort of storyline or feud. I'm not really sure why they put Big Show in there. Something new, I guess. Don't hate it. Just gotta get used to it, I guess. But I'm sure he'll turn face by Christmas.
Wow, okay. Guess I was wrong. They are on the same page here tonight.
And kick her in her face. Kick her in her face. There's no hugging in wrestling.
No, he's a docu-series star. It's a big difference.
Jimmy takes it down the Miz.
Doesn't want to hug, he's going to get a fight.
Again, Miz and Jimmy Uso. He got his hugging. Jimmy got his hugging the Miz.
Love is love, everybody.
Oh. Miz got his elbow in his mouth. Oh. Taking down Jimmy Uso.
A lot I could say about that, but I'm not going to.
You know, the Miz, who we mentioned, lost to Rey Mysterio earlier tonight. Not a superstar who likes to lose, Renee.
No, certainly not. But, you know, I mean,
Yeah, like a lot of superstars do like to lose, though. Right? I mean, the Miz, he's a little bit more
Yeah, you know, man, the one thing I thought about with SmackDown tonight was I was even paying attention to a lot of it. I just thought it was pretty damn boring. Um, I really can't think that on my head that was like even remotely good, if you will. I didn't think anything was really that outstanding or anything that was really that memorable. But anyways, we discussed the first part of the show. The second part of the show was rematch from last week from the SmackDown 1000. Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles versus the Usos. And of course, Usos win the again because apparently Daniel Bryan. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it, but one of them did. I should be watching it to explain to you guys, but one of them did something to the other, and then it happened again, vice versa. So now this kind of respect that they have for one another is kind of just, like a jellyfish, kind of going away. Just floating away. It's little by little. Which is also another thing. Well, I'm wondering, is this match with Daniel Bryan and Andrew Styles going to happen? There's a rumor going around saying that Daniel Bryan is boycotting Crown Jewel because it's in Saudi Arabia and he doesn't want to go. And apparently that's happening. Same thing with John Cena. Who knows if that's true or not? If it is, if he's Daniel Bryan or John Cena aren't going, WWE better figure some shit out pretty damn soon here. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. It sounds like Crown Jewel is going to be in Saudi Arabia. It sounds like it. But they still haven't mentioned anything about Saudi Arabia, unless they're hiding, really, really hiding that they're moving it somewhere else. But the damn thing's in 12 days. You're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna put it in New York City, and it's gonna be there in 12 days. There's gonna be a lot of people, time to buy tickets and go. It is New York City. I'm sure you probably filled Madison Square Garden up pretty damn fast, but.
Just like that, the Miz closes the door into the cover, hooks the leg, and Naomi breaks things up at 2.
Not a flight he has anything to say about it.
Oh! Asuka missed, but Naomi connects. That wasn't fair. What an uppercut.
Miz is a coward.
What's on the mind of the husband and wife duo?
God damn, dude.
The Miz and Asuka in danger of losing their first match ever here in Mixed Match Challenge.
Miz is stunned.
Miz be like the Jets beat the Colts in the Super Bowl. Forearm from the Miz. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he just took out Asuka. Didn't get all, but got just enough of Asuka's Miz. Into the cover. And Asuka remains undefeated.
What a streak.
The team of Asuka.
I guess what did they won that? I'm sorry. What? They won? Are you fucking serious?
Great in-ring performer. I was a little hard on him tonight, but as I said, he knows how to get wins. He knows how to be successful.
The fact that Asuka and Miz won, that is more shocking than Undertaker losing at WrestleMania 30. I'm mind blown, man. I'm fucking mind blown. Well, Team Asuka, I kind of enjoyed these last 2 matches, and I did the whole 2 hours I just wasted, I guess, prior to this.
I do want to point out Asuka is the first team to earn 3 victories here in Mixed Match Challenge. They're sitting atop of both Smackdown and the Raw division if you want to look at it as a whole. Who will try to knock off Phenomenal Flair next week and hand them their first loss? Well, we saw them earlier tonight. The husband and wife team of Lana and Rusev ravishing Rusev Day.
All right, how are we doing tonight? We all doing good? I got a couple watching. Doesn't show up in the views, but I know there are a couple of friends watching out here. Women live, and one live in the chat here. I know people are watching, just don't know if you're alive or not. Holy boobs. That angle literally is not PG appropriate by any means. By any means. By any means. That was not. Yeah, man. The build up to Evolution was not very fucking good at all. Not very good. I'm actually gonna miss Evolution. I was gonna actually live stream during it, even after it too. But you know, I'm gonna miss it, which really sucks. I have to work. I was trying to get it off Sunday. I originally supposed to work Sunday night. I was just trying to get it off, and I think I had it off. But unfortunately, my uncle passed away. Like around Friday, Thursday last week, and his funeral was today. So in order for me to go to that, I had to switch a couple days around and ended up closing Sunday instead. So, you know, obviously what's more important. So, but it still sucks. I'm not gonna be able to watch the. I'm not able to watch the Evolution show. But to be honest with you, man, I'm not really that excited for it. I'd like to be, but I'm not. And I guess I'm not really excited for it because the build up just kind of sucked. You know, I saw a couple comments that people were pretty pissy about the whole build up. Um, you know, it doesn't feel like this monument. But then on the other half, people were throwing a fit that they're afraid that we would have shoved down our throats. So I guess what everybody wanted was somewhere in the middle, and I don't really feel that, to be honest with you. Um, I don't really feel excited for this whole pay per view. I'd love to, but I'm just not, man. You know, I think the only match I'm looking forward to is just probably Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. You know, I'm not looking forward to. I guess Leah and Trish, but you know how good is that? They're just gonna do this signature moves. Trish is probably gonna do a backflip. I'm sorry, Leah's probably gonna do a backflip. Trish is probably just gonna. You know, I forget what the hell her finisher was off the turnbuckle there. You know, just go through the motions, man. You know, they have that battle royal, which is kind of cool to watch. You have a Lunger Blaze in there and Ivory. So freaking random, but yeah, I'm just not excited. Just not really excited for it. I'd like to be, but I'm not. So, but I say that, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna miss it, and then I miss it, and it turns out to be like shocking and memorable and all that shit. So, you know, it's probably how it's gonna go with my luck. But anyways, not really much to discuss about, to be honest with you guys. Not really much tonight. There are furthering storylines with Dan O'Brien and AJ Styles. We had the Miz section TV with Rey Mysterio and the Miz. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. It might for a little bit, but I think we're gonna see the Miz and Dan O'Brien feud again here. What everyone's kind of predicting here is how I'll predict. I think Dan O'Brien and the Miz will be a main event at WrestleMania for the title. You know, and I hope that happens because I'm actually going to WrestleMania this year. You know, I hope that does happen. But anything else that really happened at the show, man, not really memorable. I guess tonight was the blow-off match. I guess that I got from Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy. I guess that feud's over. You know, I got a couple matches were kind of blow-off matches. Oh, Rusev and Aiden were, I think, a blow-off match. Rusev won that, no problem. And then they all move on from there. So I believe after probably, see, next week we're kind of a weird week because it's really rare. Actually, it might be the first time ever where we're in between pay-per-views. So Sunday is Evolution, and then I believe Friday Friday or Saturday is Crown Jewel. Um, so I don't know if they have the time they need to start anything, or is this gonna be like a shitty show. Next, Ryan SmackDown. Are they both gonna be so shitty because it's like in between two pay-per-views? Or they're gonna start something new with it? Who the hell knows? I have no idea. So your Twitter's buzzing about SmackDown. Yeah, not very good. Not very good remarks on SmackDown. Not very good. So what to see, man. I believe they're probably gonna get different storylines here, different feuds coming up. I guess I'm not really sure with who and where and what, but so I guess next week on SmackDown and Raw will be kind of like a build up to Crown Jewel, but also kind of starting some new storylines and some new angles here. So and after that, we're full on into Survivor Series. So I don't think there's any matches even announced for that. I'm not really sure if they're doing the SmackDown versus Raw shit like they did last year, or if they're just gonna do SmackDown matches, Raw matches. So I don't know. I liked it they did it 2 years ago. Oh, last year. Last year they did the title versus title matches, or like basically people are even one of their one-on-one matches. So I like that. Was kind of cool, but I don't know if they do again this year or not. I don't think anyone knows what the hell they're doing. But supposedly there was a leak on Survivor Series what they want to do. I ain't read it yet, but from what it sounds like, what I gathered, it was not very good. So it seemed that from the word I got from JD from New York, he said it sounded like it was mediocre. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what comes from that. But so far, man, and SmackDown was pretty boring. The build up to Evolution was not good, and it was just basically Prince and Recycle from 2 weeks ago from SmackDown. Honestly, um, we have to see what the hell goes on next, man. Just have to be patient, I guess. So it's kind of a little frustrating because after emotion night last night, I think everyone was kind of still hyped and sad and mixed emotions and shocked and whole 9 yards. And then we get tonight where it's kind of like back to square one here. So, I mean, last night's mixed emotions were all Jesus, mostly for the wrong reasons. Um, but then we had the heel turn from Dean Ambrose, which shocked people. So we're gonna have to see what happens, man. Just gonna have to see what happens. Yeah, there was CM Punk chance tonight too. I forgot about that. And who's the best in the world? And they start chanting CM Punk, and Shane McMahon's like, I don't think he's in the tournament. That was kind of funny. So not much to go over, man. Not much to go over at all. Like last night. Um,
listening to the 24/7 Trap Radio on Flair TV.
Oh wow. There is supposedly gonna be an announcement tomorrow about the whole Crown Jewel situation. And supposedly they're gonna move it. Wow. Damn, that really is gonna happen? I didn't really think they'd move it. I mean, we're all just assuming right now, but I didn't really think that'd happen. So Crown Jewel is being moved. Sure what it sounds like, man. Crown Jewel is being moved. Wonder where? You know, it's being moved to like Madison Square Garden, New York City. Yeah, they were in New York today. I know it's not too far from New York. So maybe they went over today and said, you know, hey, we're kind of thickly here. Do you think we could use Madison Square Garden next weekend? And, yeah, like no problem. You were not Madison Square Garden. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah. I don't know. See what happens, I guess. Damn, dude, I just saw your comment. Take it easy if I block your ass. No, apparently, I was looking on Twitter. Apparently, there's a rumor going around saying that they are going to move Crown Jewel. I don't know where. They just said they're going to. There was a rumor around saying they're going to release a statement tomorrow about it being moved and a controversy around it. So I don't know if it's going to, you know, be moved. I don't know if it's a rumor or not. So kind of hope not. I kind of want to move back to the States because I feel like if WWE goes over there, it's not good for publicity. And Vince McMahon is all about, obviously, about, you know, reputation and all about a good image. So them going over there, man, would not be good. Would not be good for them at all. So if they're being moved, I don't know. Well, I don't know if this statement's gonna be as a real thing or not. It could be all BS. Could be all just rumors on Twitter, but I've seen a lot of tweets about it so far, so about to see, I guess. Yeah, man, the ruthless aggression era, man. That's when you and I both started watching that. And I really started watching it really when the WCW angle really took off. So I started watching it, I was 7. And then they moved into the ruthless aggression era. I remember the night where they moved in from the out of the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. They're all standing over ring in like 2002, and it was like the NWO and all these guys in 2002, and then Vince McMahon comes out with Ruthless Aggression, and then I think the next night in SmackDown is when John Cena challenged Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's like, "What makes you think you have the guts to come out here and challenge me?" And John Cena's like, "Ruthless Aggression," and then just bitch slaps him. So that was the start of it, man. That was the start of it. Yeah, man, I was just thinking about Survivor Series 2003. How kick-ass of a show that was. There were so many good matches on there.
Trap Radio
Um,
on Flair TV.
man, I just remember that being just like a kick-ass show with the Eric Bischoff team versus a Stone Cold Steve Austin team, and then the Undertaker versus Vince McMahon thing where Taker got buried, which led into him coming back as a dead man. You can't forget about Shane and Kane. Shane jumping off fucking ambulances and jumping off the turnbuckle onto the announce table. And then Shane getting tombstone on the ramp. And then you had Goldberg and Triple H, and I think Triple H won the world heavyweight title back. Yeah, the winner of the 2004 Royal Rumble was Crispin Waugh. That's what I've been seeing. Not the other name. It was Crispin Waugh. Get my drift there. Crispin Waugh. But you know, I would agree with man. The product obviously is different. Time has changed it. The PG era, you know, they definitely could do a lot of entertaining shit in the PG era. That could bring a lot of the old fans back. They definitely could. It doesn't have to be all bloody and gory and Katie Vicky line stories. It doesn't have to be like that. They can totally, with the talent they have there now, man, they could do a lot of shit right now. With the talent they have to make the old fans come back. You know? Oh yeah, man, they don't do chair shots anymore to the head at all. Like, if you look at the 1999 Royal Rumble with Mankind and The Rock, Mankind, I think he's like handcuffed, and Rock is just beating the shit out of him with a steel chair on his head. And then they moved into the hand block thing, but they don't even do that anymore, man. It's no head at all, not at all. I believe someone got hit in the head. I think it was actually the Undertaker and Triple H match over in Australia. I think Triple H hit Taker in the head. I think. I don't know if it was on accident or purpose, but you really can't do it anymore in PG era because of the whole head concussions and all that. So yeah, man, Dean Ambrose with the Ruthless Aggression era, dude, would kick ass. Dude, he was so fucking funny. Could you imagine him with like, I don't know, who the hell was back there that then? I'm trying to think. Brian Smackdown. Him and fucking Eddie Grove have been hilarious together, man. They've been so funny together. Now, a lot of those guys, I wondered that too. I was like, can you imagine the character Stone Cold Steve Austin in the PG era now? You know, or can you imagine CM Punk in the Attitude Era? Man, I think a lot of those superstars and wrestlers, I think we're in the wrong era. Like, I think CM Punk probably went really fucking well in the Attitude Era, and then like someone like Eddie Guerrero actually could have been. I think it would have been better actually PG era because he wasn't like dirty, but he was like kid playful, if you will. That's, you know, that's where that's how I kind of stand on that. I just kind of answered that. Which superstars would I put in the Ruthless Aggression era from today, if I could? From the Ruthless Aggression era. Oh, put in the, I'm sorry. put in the Ruthless Aggression era from today. Are we talking about current superstars in WWE, or are we talking about like superstars in the last 5 years? Like I said, CM Punk I think would have been kick ass in the Attitude Era for sure. But we're talking about current superstars. Okay, so CM Punk for sure would have went in there. Dean Ambrose, and I'll throw you another one, Kevin Owens. I think, you know, he definitely could drop, you know, he definitely could drop a goddamn in there or something. You know, I think Kevin Owens would have been kick ass in the Ruthless Aggression era, man. Could you imagine him and like, I don't know, like just fucking Triple H and him in a match, man, in a promo. I'm in a blank, man. Who the hell is in the era? I know it was a shit ton of people. I'm like, god damn it. There's like 15 people I could mention, so you have to get offline here. So that's who I would put those three in there for sure. I'm not really sure Braun Strowman would fit in there or not either. He might. You're gonna get these hands, asshole, or you know, something. And then CM Punk like, I'm the best in the world. God damn it. It's not about swearing, but you know, swearing was a big thing back in the now. We still say ass, we still say bitch, we still say all these swear words, but you know, every once in a while they'll drop a holy shit in there, or whatever, you know. I think the other thing too, if I were to reverse that question, Andrew, if I were to put in superstars from the Ruthless Aggression era into today's PG era, or the, I guess now it's just called the, I'm not sure what era we're called it now. I think it's still PG era. But like I said, Eddie Guerrero, I think, would probably fit very well in the PG era if he was still alive in his prime today.
You're listening to 24/7 Trap.
I don't know. I can't think of anyone else in that goddamn era, man. Definitely Eddie Guerrero would have been in there, man. Because like I said earlier, he was like, he was kind of like a kid, funny guy, if you will, during all that. So. How's the World Series looking? Red Sox. I'll make a lot of people in America happy. What is it? 5-3. Still going, right? It's not delayed. I think it's still going, right? To be honest with me, I'm not really sure if I want to root for. I've always like I'm a Boston Celtics fan, but I'm not really sure if I'm a Red Sox fan by any means. I'm obviously a Pirates fan from Pittsburgh. So it's kind of hard for me to root for the Dodgers if I'm, you know, if Pittsburgh's in the NL, you know. So I guess there's kind of that. But to be honest with you, at this point, I really don't give a shit who wins. I guess Boston, you know, because this will be the third one in, what, 15 years, I guess? Third one? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Baseball's not my big sport. Mostly football and some basketball. And obviously professional wrestling. I don't know, guys. Here's a watch me. What do you guys think about Crown Jewel here? Do you think they're gonna move? You think they're gonna move it? It's gonna stay in Saudi Arabia? Is it gonna get moved? Yeah. What are they gonna do? They're gonna make an announcement tomorrow. Cause that's what a lot of the BuzzFeed's looking at right now, man. I'm looking at a couple of dirt sheets. I'm looking at tweets. I'm looking at a lot of stuff. A lot of them are saying. A lot of them are saying it's gonna get moved. In 1 second here, just trying to get more comfy here. I have a shitty ass chair bought from Walmart about a year ago. And it started to take a shit on me really bad. Like, this chair sucks so fucking bad. I really want to throw it out my window and light it on fire and then pee on it afterwards. I don't know, is Crown Jewel gonna get moved, guys? What do you think? Personally, I didn't think it was gonna get moved. I didn't think it was gonna get moved at all. I thought it was gonna stay in Saudi Arabia. I thought nobody was gonna stay to the word, you know, because they're in a contract over there, I believe. I think they're in a 10-year contract over there, and they're getting. I don't know how much money it is. I've heard different variations of it, but I think they're like glued to it. I think they really can't get out of it. So if they do move it, where they move it to? And the other place I thought of, you know what would be a kind of cool place to move it to? Not in America, somewhere in the United Kingdom. When's the last time, besides the AJ Styles, win the title over there last November? When's the last time they had anything historic or significant happen over there? I'm not saying go put it in Wembley Stadium over the O2 over there. You know, I'm not saying that. Put it over in, you know, the Cardiff Mobile Arena over there. You know, or put it in Manchester or somewhere. There's a whole bunch of arenas over there you can put it in. You know, give UK something. If they want to do that, put it in UK. Make it. Better say it now, but chances are it probably Madison Square Garden. They'll move if they're gonna move it there. That's a big if. Andrew, are you still here? Are you still watching? Or did you take off? Because I'm half tempted to stay on for a little bit, but half tempted to get off too. Yeah, just looking at a couple more of these tweets. A lot of people are saying it's going to get moved. A lot of people are saying there's an announcement coming. You know, if I type in Crown Jewel, what's the first thing that pops up? They're still promoting John Cena and Daniel Bryan. You know, a lot of people on Twitter are saying that the woman deserved more than what WWE did with this pay-per-view build-up, and I would 110% agree with that. This build-up fell so flat. You know, they announced this in July, and the first part, they really shoved down our throats. And then it stopped. Then it kind of just stopped and it fell flat, and it was kind of, I kind of felt like WWE was more focused on this whole crown jewel thing before this whole scandal Saudi Arabia thing happened. But I feel like they're more focused on that than the evolution, and they're kind of, you know, time getting closer, like, be like, you know, oh yeah, we forgot we have evolution. I do this and that, we'll call it a day. So that's kind of what I felt like. I could be completely wrong. That's the kind of vibe I got. So, I don't know. If WWE does come out with a statement tomorrow about this whole crown jewel thing, I will be up. I'll be watching my computer all day. I'm off tomorrow again. I'll be sure glued to the monitor here tomorrow. So if something does get announced, I will be up immediately talking about it here. I think I might sign off here, guys. We had a couple of viewers tonight. Hey, I can't complain, man. Just can't complain. It's gonna start off slow for a little bit. Just hoping each stream just a little more, a little more, and a little more. So if you guys, whoever are watching, please like the video, subscribe. I'll be up here tomorrow if they do make an announcement for this whole crown jewel thing, and I will have a predictions video for Evolution, and then I will not be here watching Evolution. Like I said earlier, I do have to work Sunday, unfortunately, on Sunday night. But Monday, I'm not sure where I work Monday. I might have off Monday, but I definitely will review it for sure. I will watch it on the network, and we'll go from there, and then we'll be back to a new week again. So I'll be up next Monday and Tuesday with the results for next week on Smackdown. And then Crown Jewel, I believe I will be home for. I will be home for that. I took off the next weekend. Actually, I'm in a wedding. One of my best friends is getting married, so I'm in the wedding. So I have the afternoon off, and then I'll watch part of Crown Jewel, and then I will probably, well, shit. Unless we move back to the States, what time is it going to be at? It's going to be 8 o'clock, and I definitely will miss the Crown Jewel then. So, guess we're going to have to wait. So, but anyways, guys. I'm heading out. I will be on here tomorrow if there's any announcement for this crown jewel being moved. If you don't hear from me tomorrow, I will be up here Thursday or Friday with his Evolution predictions video. Thank you for hanging out with me. Until then, guys, take care.